My name is Andy Westhoven, Regional Agronomist with AgriGold Hybrids, and today I'm looking at a field that has some purple corn. To get a nice close-up here, you can see that some of these lower leaves are showing quite a bit of purpling, a very, very dark purple within these lower leaves. And primarily you can see that in the newer growth. Nice green healthy plant there. Specifically, I'm in an AgriGold test plot, so really only have 4 rows showing these purple plants. You can see here's 2 rows side by side. You can see the row on the left showing no purple whatsoever and the one on the right showing some purpling. There are various different places where purpling can show up. For example, I look at this next hybrid and we actually have some purpling at the base of the plant. So what are some of the causes that could cause some of this purpling effects? Well, first, there are several different things that may cause purpling. Anything that may inhibit root growth. If we have any kind of insect damage, disease, a phosphorus deficiency, which would also limit root growth, but also provide some purpling of leaves, purpling of the corn. We also need to look at, other than just fertility and maybe damage like that, maybe look at herbicides, see if any of those are factors. But basically anything that may inhibit the root system can cause some purpling of the corn. So to knock out that as a potential factor, you want to obviously dig up some plants and look at the root systems. And this is a purple plant here, very stunted, but nonetheless showing a very nice healthy root system. Really don't see any cause of concerns with that particular plant. Looking at a second one, a little larger plant, nonetheless the roots are very healthy, very actively growing. You know, just as a comparison, here is the plant that shows no purpling, and honestly the roots look very similar to the purple plant. So we know we don't have anything as far as fertility, insect, disease, anything. There's really nothing prohibiting these roots from growing. So our purpling is really from the genetic side. I mean, everything within the environment, not just in agriculture, is genetics by environment, G by E. And so really we have to look back at the genetic side. Thankfully within AgriGold we have only a couple hybrids that will show this purpling effect. There are certainly other genetics that will show this, and that's what we're looking at specifically here. And what this primarily shows is that the purpling is a buildup of sugars within the plant. Specifically what causes that is the environmental side. So we know that it's in the genetics, but it's the environmental side. Really what type of environment will cause this problem, or at least make it more apparent, is very sunny days and cool nights, specifically nights with lows in the 40s. This past 10, 14 days, we've had considerable days where our lows were in the 40s and below 50. Specifically when corn gets below 50 degrees, corn doesn't grow. So the plant during the day is creating a lot of photosynthates, and then at night, the plant's not able to do much with it because it's not growing. So then those sugars build up within those leaves. It's my personal opinion that shows an inefficiency within that particular genetics because it's not able to use the photosynthesis that it's gaining during the day. However, in almost all cases, this does not prevent or create any yield reductions, which is a good thing. But basically, you usually see this, again, when you have that specific weather environment and then a certain kind of genetics that will allow those purplings to become more evident. We also see this particular problem in younger corn, usually V3 to V6. If I growth stage a plant here real quickly, this particular plant this would be the first leaf, that's V1, here is V2, V3, V4, and this actually does have a fully developed 6th or 5th collar. So this particular plant's at V5. Once plants primarily get to the V5, V6 stage is really what they get into the rapid growth stage development, and they take off from there. With that particular growth stage and then warmer days, specifically also warmer nights, we'll see this change very dramatically. I actually walked a field 3 days ago showing the exact same symptoms, and today I couldn't even really tell that that field had any purpling or yellowing whatsoever. So really this is more, I wouldn't call it an eyesore, but none that's very, very catching when driving throughout the countryside. I've seen several fields this past week showing purpling corn, but as far as an alarm of concern, seeing any type of yield reductions, really don't expect any in this situation, and in many of the situations, provided that we have a good root system and we don't have anything preventing it from growing from here on out.